Welcome to No More News. I am your host, Adam Green. Thank you all for joining me today, Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. We have a big show today. The demons are attacking. The demons are on the march again. Jordan Peterson, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones. The demons are coming for all the big mainstream alternative media, MAGA, Jesus shills out there. Candace Owens is having some oracles in her dreams, some visions of Charlie Kirk in her dreams. We'll discuss some more of that. We have more of Netanyahu glazing Jesus. Jesus Christ, number one simp, Benjamin Netanyahu. Bah. And we have a mega meme thread as well as some other stuff. Matt Gaetz, Tim Pool talking about APEC. A bunch of stuff. This show is only made possible thanks to you guys and your support. Pinned to the top of the live chat where we're streaming on Rumble and Odyssey. The power chat link. You know what? Actually, oh shoot. I almost just muted myself. On Rumble. We're streaming on Rumble, Odyssey, X. Share the link. Clip the show. Get the power chats turned on in just a second. It looks like Odyssey is not working. Let me I'll get that figured out in the first clip, what's going on with Odyssey. We're starting with Michaela Peterson under attack, under demonic attack.
And in 2 weeks, he couldn't walk.
Talking about her dad who has disappeared again.
It kind of happened out of the blue. He was fine, and in 2 weeks, he couldn't walk. And he kind of recovered and then went on tour. And then he got really sick after that, and he kind of deteriorated throughout the summer. We didn't really know what was going on because it was so severe.
Have you had moments when you thought you might lose him?
Yeah, it's been really, 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 really scary. I think there's a large spiritual element at play. I think there's a demonic element that's hitting people.
So because he's working for Ben Shapiro, and Jordan Peterson is doing pro-Netanyahu and Israel propaganda, and because he's promoting Jesus and Christianity, the demons are after him? You'd think that doing all of this, bringing light to the world and all of this pro-God, pro-Jesus stuff, but no, the demons are attacking him, and Tucker Carlson, and all the big funny how all the biggest Christian influencers, the demons are just all over him. And every time the demon attacks, what does it do? It makes them promote Jesus and Jewish messianism and the God of Israel more. Funny how that works out, right, guys? Whenever the demon attacks, it never stops them from saying the name of Jesus. It makes them do it more. The demons have always been used by the priest class, Satan and demons as the boogeyman, to scare you into where they want you to go to begin with. Subordinated, subjugated to the Jewish Messiah, and this is all within the framework and the paradigm of Jewish demonology. And they all do it.
I also think mold is what's making us sick.
Over the weekend, you just
demon mold.
News of a documentary.
Okay, so that's just the promo. Here's the demons. First, we're after Tucker. We're going to play that clip and some other demon stuff. These Jewish demons, the rabbis believing in the demons also. Demons are mental disorders, right?
I had a baby in May, and when she was 6 weeks old, she went into heart failure and turned blue in my bedroom. And so we brought her to the hospital, and she was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary hypertension. They can't find anything wrong. She's fine now, which is a miracle, but she almost died. And this is my third kid. It's not like that's a normal thing to happen to kids. And then when my dad had to be hospitalized in August.
Dude, they're always just talking about their weird personal problems, like, I ate meat because I
$20 on Rumble.
Was depressed
Breaking
and
the
couldn't
ice.
sleep or something. Thank you, buddy. Remember Peterson was on with Joe Rogan and was like,
Thunderstorm
he
9
didn't
cent
sleep for a
$5
month.
on Rumble. Peter Stein monsters are attacking the villagers' wallets again.
The wallets again, right. Oh no, the demons are on the march. We're exposing the demons. We're fighting the demons today, guys. Fighting the demons in the name of Yeshua and Yahweh.
He went to a hospital. I came back home after visiting him there. And that night, my baby was turned blue again for an unrelated issue. So I'd been to a hospital, and then I was heading to another hospital in an ambulance, being like, what's going on?
You're such a threat. All of these people, it's like, oh, the demons are after me. You're such a threat to Satan. He's sending his demons as an obstacle to try to destroy you. So you just to defeat the demons, you just have to worship the God of Zion harder. More Bible. Promote the Bible more, and the demons will leave you alone, or they'll attack you more. I don't know.
A lot of me thinks there's a huge spiritual element at play with like Dennis Prager being paralyzed and then Charlie Kirk. So I know that was a bit disjointed and everything. And I think mold is at the bottom of our like autoimmunity and psych issues that we've been dealing with for like, my entire life. But I think there's a large spiritual element at play too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mold, of course, but it's also spiritual. Because, Charlie Kirk was spiritual. It was a demon that did that. And Dennis Prager falling in the bathroom or whatever it was, obviously a demon, tripped him or made him slip or something. It's obvious all of these great Judeo-Christian promoters are just under heavy assault from the demons.
I think a lot of people have been feeling that, in the last number of months.
I mean, that's an extraordinary thing you've just said. When you believe, what spiritual thing do you think could be going on?
Yeah, thank you, Pierce. Good job.
Honestly, and I would have just scoffed at myself.
No, not honestly. Lie to us. No, you usually lie, and you're going to be honest now with this one. I hate when people say honestly. Honestly,
and I would have just scoffed at myself years ago for saying this, but there's this resurgence of Christianity. I don't know if you thought this was where we were going with this talk, but there's been this huge resurgence of Christianity in America, and I think,
the demons are pressed. Everybody's becoming Zionist Judeo-Christians. The demons are seething right now. Demons are trying to shut down this Christian revival. This Netanyahu, Dennis Prager, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk revival. The demons are in damage control.
Christianity in America, and I think this was where we were going with this talk, but there's been this huge resurgence of Christianity in America, and I think, and I believe that, and so I think there's a demonic element at play that's hitting people.
Wow, there it was. I didn't even watch that part. I didn't know she said that. Oh, here's some more. Oh, wait, let's do Alex Jones. Alex Jones has been warning about the demons for a long, long time. Ahead of the curve with the demons, guys.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says. It's basically an intergalactic...
Just like the Jews said, guys. Just like the Jewish Bible says. It's the demons.
Basically an intergalactic invasion into this space.
It wasn't demons. It was benzos. He was addicted to opiates, right? Benzo pills. He's pilled out. It's not demons because you're praising Yeshua so hard. It's not... Tucker did not get scratched by a demon. It was one of his dogs, if it's not completely made up altogether.
Says it's basically an intergalactic invasion, just like the Bible says. It's
just like the Bible says, Goy.
Invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with.
It's what all the Jews said. It's what they want you to be scared of. You all got to believe in the King of the Jews, the Messiah. Do you see how this whole game about the satanic, demonic fear-mongering that they do is part of the dynamic?
They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want.
It's clockwork elves. You take the DMT, you see the clockwork elves, machine elves. They're reptilians. They're shapeshifters. They're demonic entities. They feed off your negativity. You can't beat the demons. You can't beat the supernatural black magic Jews and demons. All you can do is pray and trust the plan and hope that Jesus will save you. And that's the paradigm that our culture is trapped in.
On CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' human. This is their plan, people.
Jordan Peterson on demon possession.
Freud made the case that we were
with his big You know, there's Dennis Prager, his big the Catholic guy that's always in these things. The big Judeo-Christian roundtable.
The idea
Virginia Drifter sent $5 on Rumble. In relation to yesterday's stream, I could listen to an entire stream of Adam taking a hit on the joint and mentioning fringe kooky conspiracy theories.
I'd probably
as the real
get
threat,
more viewers
not
if
the
I did
Jews.
that all the time. Thank you. Yeah. Man, dude, this stuff, man, the demons come out, man. You know what I mean? Dude, smoking weed is like having an exorcism, man. Did you know that? The demons are everywhere. Especially if you promote Israel, the demons really attack you. See, the bigger the shill, the more the demons are after you.
The idea of possession psychologically is that a fractionated person, so someone, for example, who has schizophrenia, is characterized by a multiplicity of competing spirits within them. That's a good way of thinking about it. Schizophrenia does not mean split personality, it means fractured personality.
And it's possessed by demons.
The names sent $5 on Rumble. Can't wait for the book to come out. Any difficulties self-publishing a book?
I don't think so. I don't think there should be any difficulties. But it's very close to completion. I'm not even joking. I'm like reviewing through real quick all of it right now, and it's almost all complete. So expect it very soon, and I'm not joking. Very, very soon.
You're a fractured personality. It's analogous to being radically immature. You move from one short-term proximal state of possessed aim to another in an incoherent fashion with no unity of personality or capacity to integrate into the community. So it's a proliferation of multiplicity, and Christ is at minimum an image of the unity of psyche and community, and as such, that image is
at a minimum
antithesis
psyche
of
and community. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, I got more Jordan Peterson. More Jordan Peterson. Here we go.
We're haunted by ghosts, and Jung made the case that we were haunted by demons and gods, and that's much more accurate. And when you start to understand that, man, the world is not the same. It is seriously not the same. Freud made the case that we were haunted
let's
by ghosts.
let's listen to this Jew Freud to tell us about the demons.
Demons and gods. And that's much more accurate. And when you start to understand that, man, the world is not the same. It is seriously not the same. Freud made the
when you
case
understand
that we were haunted by
Freud,
ghosts, and Jung made the case that we were haunted by demons and gods. And that's much more accurate. And when you start to understand that, man, the world is not the same. It is seriously not the same.
Once you understand all the Jewish, once you listen to Freud and understand all the Jewish demons, Oh, my daughter was playing with Kermit the Frog. No Kermit the Frog today. What does Jay Dyer have to say about demons?
The nation of Israel, and it manifests in the New Testament as a fulfillment of all those promises, not just to be an earthly ruler or king, but to actually save humanity from himself and from his worship of the fallen angelic entities, the demons, the gods of the nations, which Psalms, David
Oh,
says,
the gods of the nations. Oh, who told you the gods of the Goyim were demons? Oh, the Jews. The Jews told you that the white gods, the European gods, any tradition or religion or legend or myth that's not Jewish is evil and demonic and satanic? Who told you that? Oh, the Jews? Where'd you learn that one?
I read about it in a book.
Written by the Ben Stillers of the day.
Doubles, right? The Song of Moses worship of the fallen angelic entities, the demons, the God King, but to actually save humanity from himself and from his worship of the fallen angelic entities, the demons, the gods of the nations, which David says in the Psalms, the gods of the nations are doubles, right? The Song of Moses says that the nations worship the devils, we worship the true God. But there was all these prophecies.
But actually, the Jews said that the European gods are all devils and satanic. We all got to worship the Jewish Messiah, actually, because all your gods are like evil and stuff. Okay, thank you, Rabbi Dyer, for that teaching.
True God. But there was all these prophecies throughout all of
all these Jewish prophecies. The Jews told me. Here's a rabbi talking about, you put on the glasses, you put on the They Live glasses, and you get to see all the demons everywhere, flying around the Goyim evil souls.
The worshippers. Why the Goyim? the idol worshippers. Why are they mezoamim? What's mezoamim? Mezoamim means they're impure. Their natural state is being impure. A goy's natural state is impurity. What does impurity mean? Impurity means that if you had real glasses that were going to be able to tell you all of the things that are really next to you, your world will be very different than your world right now. Right now you see each other, you see me, that's all you see. But the real world is very different than what we see. And the reason why we don't see it is because if we really saw all of the shedim and the angels, the good ones, the bad ones, the and so on, that are really next to us, we'd lose our mind.
Hear that? Isn't it interesting that Jay Dyer and Alex Jones and Jordan Peterson and Tucker Carlson, they all promote this Jewish demonology idea that we're surrounded by demonic spirits everywhere. You realize this is like an ancient Jewish fear-mongering trick to get you scared into believing in the Jewish God. That is all it does. And that all these guys do this shtick.
Listen to what Jordan...
The Goyim, they have a certain level of tum'ah that is constantly next to them. Constantly next to them. Constantly inside them. Does that make them bad people? Not always. Not always. Sometimes. But it's always the case. Why is it always the case? The Gemara asks. Why they have this mezoamim? Why are we racist now? We have nothing else to do in the world to be racist against Goyim. There's 8 billion of them. Find a different hobby. Pick up
our favorite hobby, being racist against the Goyim. So funny.
Stereotyping Jews is terrible.
For your own size. So the Gemara continues, he says, Shelo amdu al Har Sinai. Why? Because they did not stand at Mount Sinai to accept the Torah.
Okay, we get the point about the demons. I think there's probably more, though.
It's no different. Billion of them, all idolaters.
When there is a Sanhedrin.
A longer edit.
Case that we were haunted by ghosts.
All right, here. One more Jordan Peterson about demons.
Jordan Peterson has to say about demons.
A fundamental motivational force that's transcendent, so it's shared by all humans, it's shared by all mammals, let's say. It's shared by reptiles, for that matter, like it's archaic. Lust would be that, anger would be that, fear would be that, pain. Those are best conceptualized as personalities. And why do I say that? It's because they have a viewpoint. They have a telos. They frame emotions. Like the best way to think about anger is a personality. And you know that perfectly well. If you get very irritated when you're arguing with someone and you're possessed by the spirit of anger, it changes your perceptions, it changes your emotions, it changes your view of the future, your view of the past. It's a fragmentary sub-personality that then takes over the whole. And then you could...
See, this is what Jordan Peterson always does. He always tries to psychologize Jewish motifs and get more philosophical, secular-minded people corralled back towards the Bible. And the genius of the Bible. That's what he's all about. That's why he got hired at Daily Wire. That's why he makes tens of millions of dollars a year. That's why. And he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe in Jesus, but he can't even answer the question and say he doesn't believe in it. And that's probably what's driving him, that amongst other things, being such a shameless sellout fraud of this big Abrahamic deception, which he must know. It's eating away at his soul, apparently. This is Jordan Peterson. This is Jordan Peterson's soul right here. This guy is a benzo. This is Andrew Tate banging his daughter. This is having to work for Ben Shapiro. This is having to be a total propaganda mouthpiece sellout for Netanyahu. All the demons attacking him. His little Kermit the Frog voice right here also. This is an actual picture of Jordan Peterson. And also, in other totally real things that happen, Jesus cast out the demons into the demonic spirits, into the pigs, and then they ran off a cliff. Totally real, definitely real. No question.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
Okay, remember he's talking about the dragon here.
You've analogized the dragon fight.
The dragon. So Jordan Peterson did some dragon analysis, and we got the new Dinesh D'Souza movie that's about to be out in theaters that's based on the book called The Dragon Prophecy by Messianic Jew, merchant meme, Rabbi Jonathan Cahn, and Netanyahu featured in it. We're going to play some clips of that later. We played him in the last stream. And he's doing this dragon shtick too, huh? The dragon is just like the archetypal boogeyman, the archetypal, dark energy.
Well, how many dragons have you overcome in your life?
I'm not interested in dragons. I'm interested in reality.
Okay, so I read a book a while back that described the biological reality of the dragon. Say, well, there's no such thing as a dragon. It's like, okay, is there such a thing as a predator?
Of course.
Well, that's a meta category. What's the category of predator? Bear, eagle, if you're a primate. Fire? Is fire a predator?
No.
Well, it's complicated because a fire kills you. So is there a worse predator than serpentine, flying, fire-breathing reptile? Is that not the imagistic equivalent of predator? If predator is real, in what way isn't dragon real?
So a dragon is a pictorial representation of the abstracted concept of a predator.
Yes.
But when you say the biology of a dragon, you must understand how that can be misleading.
I don't think the category of dragon is any less valid than the category of lion.
Any less biological?
Well, it depends on your level of analysis.
Hold on. The biological nature of a lion is way more real than a dragon. A dragon archon, right?
You've analogized the dragon fight to
allegorical masturbation, right? I approve Alex Jones's demonic analysis a little more. Here's Tucker talking about how he got attacked by the demon.
Do you think
Please be louder.
The presence of evil is kickstarting people to wonder about the good?
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you?
Oh yeah, I had a direct.
Oh yeah. Got attacked by a demon. Oh yeah, it was real. Scratched me. I was in bed with my 4 dogs in the 16 paws. Scratched me. Oh yeah. Got attacked by a demon and just made me love Jesus way more. Believe in the Bible harder.
To wonder about the good?
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you?
Oh yeah, I had a direct experience with it.
In the milieu of journalism or just...
Nope, in my bed at night, and I got attacked while I was asleep with my wife and 4 dogs in the bed and mauled.
Mauled?
Physically mauled.
No pictures. He didn't get on the camera and be like, guys, I don't know what happened. I'm just mauled. I'm scratched all over. Dude, in bed with the 4 dogs. I can't get over how stupid this is.
Mauled.
Yeah, we need the Holy Ghost, guys, to protect us. We need to pray to the Holy Ghost. The only way, the thing that can protect you from the demons is the name of Jesus in Hebrew, Yeshua, HaMashiach. You need that, and you need the Holy Ghost. You need to pray to the Holy Ghost, and you need to support Israel.
In a spiritual attack by a demon?
Yeah, by a demon. Or by...
He says, good one. That's very smart. If it wasn't for this red bracelet, he'd be dead. Yeah, if he didn't have his... evil eye, what is it called? The evil eye red Kabbalah bracelet, which he says it's a rubber band from his dad because he worked for the news or something. If he didn't have that bracelet to protect him from the demons, he would have been in big trouble. He took his bracelet off at night, like the Wicked Witch in the Red Witch in Game of Thrones, and he lost his protection from the demons, and they got him because he took his bracelet off. Good one. Good reference. I like
something unseen that left.
Is that right?
Claw marks on my sides, on my...
So he left his...
Claw marks.
Still there. Yeah. A year and a half ago.
Was your wife terrified?
Still there?
You were.
I wasn't. I was totally confused. I woke up and I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to suffocate, and I walked around outside, and then I walked in and my wife and dogs had not woken up, and they're very light sleepers. And then I had these terrible pains on my rib cage and on my shoulder. And I was just in my boxer shorts, and I went and flipped on the light in the bathroom. And
claw marks. Guys, he got clawed in a bed with 4 dogs, but it was a demon that attacked him. Couldn't have been anything else. You believe him? Dude, this is like coast to coast type of shit. How are the most influential voices in right-wing politics, like coast-to-coast level George Norrie, demons, aliens, all types of shit?
I had 4 claw marks on either side underneath my arms and on my left shoulder. And they're bleeding.
Wait, they were bleeding?
They were bleeding, yeah. No, they were actual claw marks. And I sleep on my side, so I wasn't clawing myself. I don't have long nails. And they didn't fit my hands anyway. But yeah, that happened. So
that happened.
I'm not from
True
a world
story.
where things like that happen. I never heard of anything like that happening before. I had no idea what that was. I knew it was
this probably turned so many people to Jesus. He knew it was spiritual immediately, and guess what? He knew what the solution was, guys. Bible. Believe the Bible harder, Goy.
Immediately.
You did. Okay, that was going to be my...
Here we go.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Tucker's Jewish wife transformed into her true Canaanite form and clawed Tucker for not putting his plate in the sink when he's done eating.
Yeah, the wife did it. She attacked him for being such a goof.
Like that happening before. I had no idea what that was. I knew it was spiritual immediately.
You did. Okay, that was going to be my question.
Yeah. I don't understand to this day. I'm not going to put it.
You didn't try to refute the spiritual part in your own mind. You went right into the...
Well, it didn't make any sense, and it doesn't now. But I'm not from a...
cross. Oh, look, there's a cross in the shadow.
It talks about things like that or even acknowledges their existence. Like, there's nothing like that. I've never heard anybody say anything like that in my whole life.
What was the next day like?
Well, the next morning I woke up and I thought, that was the weirdest dream I've ever had. And then I saw blood on my sheets, and I realized that was not a dream at all. So I called my assistant, who was like the only evangelical Christian I know, well enough to call with something bizarre like that, totally bizarre like that. And she said, oh, yeah, no, that happens. Yeah, people are attacked in their bed by demons. What? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Dude, so he was dreaming. He got scratched by his dog. His dog was dreaming and kicked, scratched him on the side of his body. And then in his dream, he had a dream that a demon attacked him. Dude, I can't believe this. And he just first person to call, the only evangelical Christian he knows. And she just goes, oh, yeah. What did you think she was going to say? She goes, oh, must have been a demon. And he's like, oh, I think you're right. Let me go call Alex. Let me tell Alex Jones about it. He's an expert in the demons.
So, I'm not leaving anything out, and I'm not pretending to understand that. I can only say what happened to me, and that did happen to me. And then I was seized with this very intense desire to read the Bible, which I then started without any study aids or anything. I bought a Bible that didn't have any. I'm not interested in editorializing in the Bible. I just want to read it and see what's in there myself. I have very low levels of trust for Christian pastors, most of whom, I'm just not a fan at all. And
sola scriptura.
That's how I feel. And so I just didn't. I
wanted to I was so scared of this demon that scratched me. I just had to go and read the Bible and just figure it out for myself and just get to the bottom of it and just get to the truth. Yeah, the music for this Christian documentary. The Russian Orthodox YouTuber was there when this was recorded. They're photographed all together.
There are other people's opinions. I just want to see what's in there. And so I spent a year and a half reading it, and then I started rereading it. And it was
Dude, the demons are basically the demons have a better success rate than Mormon missionaries do. You want to, it's like the demons, what purpose do they serve but to scare people into following Jesus? That's all they do. If they attack somebody and they just believe in Jesus harder, I guess that's their purpose. I guess that's their, attribute. Demons are just Christian creators, is what they do. It's almost like they're working for God. It's almost like they're working for the house.
It's a transformative experience for me, but I'm not, holding myself out as someone from whom you could get theological advice, because I'm not. Of course. I don't know. I don't understand any of it. But yeah, that happened.
This was a while back. Now he's saying Christians are the chosen people. We have the covenant now. Christians are the new Israel. We're the true Israel. That's what he says now. So now he is the Bible expert and bringing on all these different kooky Christians all the time.
The demon?
I have no idea what happened. All I know is
he's like, oh, but now my favorite story in the world is when the Jews were eating hummus and decided to kill Jesus.
I was dead asleep with my wife and dogs, and I woke up with claw marks.
I know. I thought Jesus was supposed to protect all these people. Why is it always the Christian believers that get attacked by demons? I thought Jesus was supposed to protect you from the demons. Yeah, imagine being the demon tasked by Satan to go scratch Tucker. And then you go back to Satan and he's like, "Did you attack the huge threat Tucker Carlson?" And the demon's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Did it work?" He's like, "No, he just started preaching Jesus more." They're like, "No, our attack backfired again."
The rib cage underneath my arms.
The demon?
I have no idea what happened. All I know is I was dead asleep with my wife and dogs, and I woke up with claw marks on my rib cage underneath my arms. And it didn't even make sense. My arms would, anyway, whatever. I'm not, no one has to believe me. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
But that happened to me. And so I just was like, wow.
But that's my story.
That's real. Whatever that is, I'm even not sure what it is.
This is not the...
And so then that president...
How this guy had the #1 news show in the world and is still one of the most influential voices on the right. Period. Yeah. Sleeps next to his dog. Claw marks equals demons. Exactly. Intellectual powerhouse, man.
So that evil launches something.
Christianites the movie. This is the Orthodox Christian guy that was there when that was recorded, who thinks it's God's plan that the temple must be rebuilt and the Antichrist reigns in order that Jesus ever returns.
The saints. And is it true that the Jews are going to accept the Antichrist as their Messiah? Well, some, apparently. He will attract, leaders and people who call themselves Jews to him, according to the prophecies. He will try to...
According to the prophecies. This guy looks like a rodent. See, Through It All says the demons are mocking the archangels. I know, they really are. Seriously.
And will succeed in rebuilding the temple and crowning himself in the temple. And he will be believed to be the Messiah by many. This is what's been prophesied and been told to us by those who have interpreted the scriptures. There will be Jews who will embrace Christ, and there are right now many Jews who are coming to Orthodoxy. And glory to God.
Oh, hooray. Glory to God.
Christ and the apostles and the mother of God were Jews. And it's a tragedy.
Wait. Based Orthodox? I thought they did. Yeah, the wispiest of all beards. He looks like he has whiskers like a cat. Yeah, we want to criticize Shmuley Boteach's pube beard. Dude, talk about a curse when God commands you to be like a rabbi and never trim your beard, and this is the beard that he in his intelligent design graces you with. Rough. That's rough.
When
Beardo.
Those who are descendants from the prophets and the saints and the apostles do not follow the Lord. So there will be Jews who will come.
Hey, kiss your father's hand, goy. Hey, appeal to this guy. This is where you get your morals from. The Jewish Bible interpreted by guys that look like this.
Before the end to Christ, there'll be Jews who will follow the Antichrist. But that's kind of what will happen to a lot of people. So they're not unlike most of humanity.
All right, what other demon stuff do we have here? Oh, yeah. Flat Earth Dave. Anybody, according to Flat Earth Dave, if you expose him as a crank and a kook and a Flat Earth grifter, you're a satanic anti-Christian demon.
Omelette Defamation League sent $5
Thanks, buddy.
on Rumble. The demons are attacking his beard hair follicles.
Very true. Yeah. That's what's going on. He prayed for a thick beard. Didn't happen.
On a globe map, and on a globe map, it's right here. So they're just going right there.
Yeah.
Right? That's not that crazy. They're just going to the shoreline there. And so whatever this is, it is a complete and total psyop. It is because, this pastor, listen.
You're a complete and total psyop. You flat earth disinformation charlatan or lunatic. Only one or the other. Trying to discredit this Antarctica trip that they did to prove the 24-hour sun, which debunks two of the lies this guy spread for years. The demons come from the ice wall, right? Yeah, the demons could be on the other side of the ice wall. We're in a big realm, right? We're not on a globe. It's a big realm. There could be demons from other places. What does he do? Oh, anybody that calls out. This is how you know this is the little shtick that people use this demonic thing with, this scammer.
Whether the pastor believes the earth is a globe or not, well, first, he's a pastor. He wants to go by the Bible. You know, the Bible is a flat earth book. But he's surrounded himself with the most...
Jewish, what is this guy's name? Dave. I forget his last name. What's Dave's last name? Yeah, the Bible's my Bible's a flat earth book. My ancient Jews said the Bible, the earth is flat.
Jewish nonsense strung together makes me ill. I hope it helps normie Christians on the fence snap out of the teeth. Yes? Oh, it's that's weird for me, only on your streams.
Right. Wise, that's his last name. David Wise. It's right there. I missed it. It's right there. David Weiss.
Scum says, of the earth. You know,
the Bible. Well, the Bible's flat earth, and you're like satanic demonic if you don't believe it.
Book. But he's surrounded himself with the most scummy scum of the earth. You know, all of the worst globe trolls. I don't want to mention their names because it's just horrible. But he's
globe trolls are so scummy that they point out that I'm a dumb idiot liar that peddles a bunch of bullshit online, making everybody retarded for profit.
Up with all of these people, and the people he has close to him are literally the worst antichrist, satanic atheists on earth. But
oh my God, they're so evil. They don't believe in Jewish magic and flat earth. They're demonic antichrist, Satan. That's real demons.
Those are his advisors, right? And the funny thing is, they're all flying down there. All of the Globers got there a day ahead.
Brewmaster Monk said $20 been following for years. Keep it up, dude. You're making the world a better place.
Brewmaster Monk. That's a cool name. The Christian church had a prohibition on breweries and alcohol. And then they would give a monopoly to the monks and only allow them to do it. And then they got rich doing a bunch of corrupt stuff with that.
Satanic atheists on earth, but
satanic atheists.
Satanic.
Oh, they don't want to be Noahide. Some goy don't want to be Noahide. They're demonic and satanic atheists. They don't believe in flat Earth. Fuck you, flat Earth Dave.
Antichrist, satanic atheists on earth, and this pastor, those are his advisors.
Yeah. This is your advisor, Owen? I think he might have dropped them since the Antarctica thing. He realized they're all too retarded. We got more demons.
I've already told you what I think they are.
They really tie in the alien phenomena, the UFO phenomenon, try to make that like it's proof of Bible stuff.
It's my personal belief, based on a fair amount of evidence, that they're not aliens. They've always been here. And I do think it's spiritual. That's my view. So, and again, it's not provable, but based on the evidence, I think.
I'm with you.
But if the U.S. government has in fact had contact direct.
Yeah, satanic atheists. It's such a stupid thing because if you're an atheist, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Satan. Basically, it's just their way to browbeat anybody and try to act like they're moral and good and you're bad unless you believe in the Jewish magical Bible. That's all they do. That's their trick with this. This is what Christianity did to the European brain and everybody's brains. It convinced people, Christians, that if you don't bow down to the King of the Jews and the Jewish Messiah and the God of Israel, that you're a bad, satanic, demonic, antichrist entity. That's what it did to the brains of these people. Infected, mind virus, infected brains to run around and advance the Jewish Messiah and the Torah prophecies. That's what this... When your enemy is Amalek that doesn't want to bow down and be your Noahide, that's demonic. You're not just opposition. You're not just in competition. You're evil. You're against God is on the side of the Jews. You're against the Jews. You're evil and satanic. Same shit that we find in Christianity. That same idea.
And I do think it's spiritual. That's my view. So, and again, it's not provable, but based on on the evidence, I think.
I'm with you. Absolutely.
I think if the U.S. government has, in fact, had direct contact with these beings, whatever they are, I've already told you what I think they are, and has entered into some sort of agreement with them, which is the claim of informed people, I would say. Whether they're right or wrong, I can't say conclusively. But if that is true, I mean, it's a very, very, very heavy thing.
Yeah, a lot of people say interdimensional beings.
Right, I want to ask, are angels and demons, or how would you describe these beings?
You know, these are, again, I'm getting into the realm of conjecture, so I just want to say that flat out.
Entity?
But one thing I know for a dead certain fact, having seen it, is that there is good and evil, that we're being acted upon at all times. And I think every person can feel that in himself. I mean, there are moments when you are moved to do things that are much better than you actually are, and that are also more evil and destructive than you actually are. You are subject to forces from outside yourself. That is absolutely true. Now, we can argue about what they are, but every person in the room, if he's reflective, will tell you, yes, I know what you're talking about. And so there are forces that are not human, that do exist in a spiritual realm of some kind, that we cannot see, and that when you think about it, sort of make you think we live in an ant farm.
Yeah.
Being right? And that's
Absolutely.
that is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's many.
9,000 likes.
It's my personal belief based on.
What's this one? Here he is on this other guy we covered yesterday. Sean Ryan has 5 million subscribers. One of the biggest podcasts on YouTube, on the internet.
These are angels.
I think that all this alien extraterrestrial shit, I mean, it's fun to dig down there, but I mean, I think it's a big distraction. I don't know if it's.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. When two hot blonde Aryan women pick me up in a spaceship, that's not demons, it's a rescue.
That sounds like a good time. That's the type of demonic possession I could get behind. That's the type of alien encounter, dream vision that I could only dream for.
It's meant to be some type of a controlled op, but I think it is. I think all this stuff is spiritual. That's what I think.
Of course it is.
I think all this stuff is spiritual. All these things that people are seeing and stuff. I think
just all the mainstream alternative media stars, all echoing in their echo chambers, the Abrahamic paradigm echo chambers, the Judeo agents, all saying, "Oh, it's everything spiritual, and there's demons everywhere, and the Bible's true." This is what we're inundated with, everywhere. Inundated.
I think there's a spirituality component to it.
Yeah.
Now,
why are the demon hunters in charge of things?
That these are angels and demons, or
yeah,
what?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're like totally demons, man.
And where was I going with this? And so anti-gravitic propulsion systems. I mean, yeah, I think
this guy was a drug runner
that is next
working
generation
for the military.
Stuff that's not, the same shit we've been using since World War II. I think that all this alien extraterrestrial shit, I mean,
Navy.
It's fun to
Blackwater. He was a Blackwater contractor and paramilitary security CIA, and now he has this big podcast where he promotes Christian goyslop, demon fear-mongering. Come on, guys. Does it get any more obvious than this? We got Tucker Carlson, CIA family, and this guy, CIA in Blackwater, all telling you the Bible's totally real, man. Be real scared of the demons, guys. Can you not see what's happening here? I told you, this Sean Ryan guy, all over YouTube, boosted in the algorithm with the most ridiculous Christian guests you've ever seen, saying the most insane shit. Top of the algorithm, boosted by the algorithm so much.
But I mean, I think it's a big distraction. I don't know if it's meant to be some type of a controlled op, but I think it is. I think all this stuff is spiritual. That's what I think.
Of course it is.
Thinking systems. I mean, yeah, I would hope that we have shit that is.
Okay. Tucker asked Putin about demons.
Insulgator sent $5 on Rumble. I was watching The Conjuring the other night and I could help but chuckle during the exorcism scene. Exorcising a demon like it's a science is just comical.
Yeah, there's always been that in our culture too. In the movies, demons, it's always Christian motifs in these movies that don't ultimately, these horror films, it's always all like Christians will be like, oh, it's the Jews promote degeneracy and gore in Hollywood, you know, demonic stuff and stuff. But all of that does is keep people, the pews full in the churches. All demons do at the end of the day, the only outcome of demon attacks or people scared of demons is believing in the Jewish God. The Jewish theological worldview. See what he asked Putin.
See the supernatural at work as you look out across what's happening in the world now? Do you see?
I think this was a setup for him to say that the West is satanic and antichrist. I think this is what he was trying to get Putin to say. This was lobbing him a softball, lobbing it up to him so Putin can knock it out of the park and say, oh, the satanic, demonic, antichrist West. I think Putin fumbled it.
The supernatural at work as you look out across what's happening in the world now? Do you see God at work? Do you ever think to yourself, these are forces that are not human?
Да нет, я, честно говоря, так не думаю. Я думаю о том, что...
No, to be honest, I don't think so.
развивается вот по своим внутренним...
My opinion is that the development of the world community is in accordance with the inherent laws, and those laws are what they are.
The supernatural at work as you...
Dude, hold on. Based answer from Putin? Putin was right. Putin was too smart.
My opinion is that the development of the world community is in accordance with the inherent laws, and those laws are what they are.
Natural laws are what they are.
These are forces that are not human?
Not human. Do you think demons are running everything? Serious question he asked Putin, and he goes, no, that's idiotic. Dude. Okay. Putin W there. Sorry, that's a Putin W. No. Dude, okay, Richard Hanania says, Tucker's like, a lot of weird things out there, UFOs, interdimensional demons and stuff. Do you see unnatural forces at work? Putin says, no. Oh, I love it, dude, he nails this. They were bonding over their shared Christian heritage, but Putin couldn't bring himself to be crazy enough for the American right. Oh my God, so true. So true. That's funny. Dude, I didn't watch this clip either. I literally just searched demon on Twitter, and this was one of the top videos. I thought Putin was going to say, yeah, they're satanic Antichrist West are falling away from Jesus. And Putin instead. That's so funny. Dude, I find that funny. All right, look, here's an old clip. Ortho bro, what scares this guy to put up Orthodox flags and a bunch of icons of Jesus behind him? A demonic experience, of course. Nothing brings people to Jesus more than prison, rock bottom alcohol or drug addiction, demon attacks, demon possessions, child abuse, tragedy, any of these things is when people find Jesus.
I have a spiritual experience. It was demonic. It was very real, but it was demonic. I was laying in bed and my eyes were closed and I was meditating, but I was also high on drugs. What I saw in the beginning was a blue-skinned woman with cables attached to her head. I began watching Jay's videos.
Jay Dyer.
And I'm introduced to Orthodoxy. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, Jay Dyer said that the church father said that demons are pagan gods, so like we got to be Orthodox.
777 sent $5 on Rumble. I wonder if Tucker's demon left a dog by any chance? Lol.
A dog? Lol. I like the way it said that. A dog shit by any chance. Demons left a dog shit? No. Dude, I used to sleep with my dog many years ago. He was a big pit bull mastiff mix, like over 100 pounds. And he had big old giant claws. And even just the paw, like the pad on their paw could get like dry and scratchy. And if he kicks or stretches you stretches his arms out in bed. It's like you will get scratched. I remember getting scratched by him. And speaking of a dream, I got attacked by a demon in a dream, actually. When my dog, no joke, I was sleeping on my back, and I had a dream that I couldn't breathe, and a demon was on top of me, and it was squeezing all the air out of me. And I woke up, and my dog was asleep across my belly. So, same experience. I just didn't want to grift and pander to a bunch of Christians and go on a documentary and record saying it must have been a demon that attacked me. So, I got attacked by demons too, actually, when I was in bed, just like Tucker. True story. I'm not making this up at all. Can't believe I didn't think of it until now. Yeah, the demons got him off drugs. I know, huge W demons. Hey, you want to be saved? You just got to call on the demons to come and attack you, and then you get saved by Jesus. Dude, Jesus and demons are like good cop, bad cop. They work as a team, tag team. The demon dog. Dude, I'm not even kidding. It was a dream where I couldn't breathe. A demon was on top of me, squeezing the air out of me, saying, I'm going to get you. And I woke up and my dog was just dead asleep laying across my belly.
Is this, right? Jay's videos.
My dog was on demons. My dog was possessed.
Right after. And I'm introduced to Orthodoxy. I'm like, what the heck is this, right? And then when I discover Orthodoxy, I was like, wait a minute. I'm on board with this. Like, I agree with this.
I'm on board.
Had a spiritual experience.
Jesus Christ! Oh, Jesus Christ, you're such a little bitch.
I don't know where that came from. Kenneth Copeland, is he possessed by demons or is he blowing the demons away? I'm not sure.
Who do you think you are today? The more we learn about this.
Dude, this is like the top demon slayer. According to his bank account, top demon slayer. Get away from me, demon.
This covenant of God. What blood? The blood of this covenant. Oh, God. Cut the covenant with his father God.
Glory.
Yes, like Moses of old.
Dude, if he's possessed by demons, the demons have been very good to Kenneth Copeland. He's flying around in private jets, wearing $10,000 suits, multiple big mansions, one of the richest pastors in the world. Demons have been good. Or he's rewarded by God for slaying so many demons. It's either or, either way.
Oh, they're coming one.
Oh my God. Imagine if we just typed in demon on TikTok and think of what we would
Ever
find.
do it. Don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Don't ever do it. Absolutely stunning. This delicious. It is so good. And he will be like Moses, and he'll live 120 years in the city. Yeah. Preach it, brother, preach it, brother, preach it. Just before the cross. And we have a healing covenant.
Fatter.
Dwells in me. The pure, spotless blood of God. And Hesed was performed for me.
Sonder, Adam sent $5. The top demon slayer, and it reminds me exactly of my walking out, child molested Christian neighbor.
Wow. That's not good. Look at this. Here's an interesting tale of the legend of St. Anthony. Few men endured terror like St. Anthony. His troubles began with a simple vow to live in poverty, prayer, and penance. What followed was a lifetime of demonic attacks. Oh, great plan. Here's why the demonic hated St. Anthony and how his faith conquered a lifetime of spiritual terror. He literally dedicated his life to God, and this is what he was rewarded with. Getting attacked by fish demons. So you put on the glasses, you put on your rabbi demon glasses, and this is what the average goyim looks like, according to Rabbi Reuven right here. born to a wealthy family, gave up everything to go live like a hermit and just was attacked by demons nonstop. Prayed to Jesus every day, and Jesus never saved him from the demons. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. I'm tempted just to go to... is any other demon things coming to mind? Oh, don't forget about Satanic Panic, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Fantasia, Disney. Oh, it's all so satanic. Sorcery, black magic. The They Live Goy glasses. The Monster Energy drinks, satanic. Candace Owens is having dreams and visions of Charlie Kirk coming to her. Saying, Israel did it, Candace. Expose Israel. And Josh Hammer. In her dream, he came to her and said that.
3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me. Okay? He did not express that to me.
Is this not the dream clip?
I'm telling you this.
No, that's the next clip. This is her talking about Charlie. People telling her that Charlie said he feared that they, maybe Jewish donors, Israel, Netanyahu, whoever, were going to kill him.
Based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Now, again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, you know, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him?
Nobody knows.
Now to answer.
Dude, once and for all, we're going to figure out who they is. You know what Candace is going to be like.
Jew, guilty, you're Jew, doesn't matter.
So this is Josh Hammer just a few days ago, right before Candace dropped the leaked group chat where Charlie threatened to leave the pro-Israel cause. And this is him mocking the notion that Kirk was turning on Israel.
And there were so many people in the aftermath of his horrific assassination, Candace Owens, folks like that, who were saying that, oh, Charlie was turning on Israel. He was ready to sell them out and renounce his life's work of sincere and genuine friendship with the Jewish people and the Jewish state. But this letter that he wrote to Bibi Netanyahu, Chris, literally begins. The first sentence of the letter is, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's a close paraphrase. As a Christian, one of my greatest joys in life is making friendships with the Jewish people and defending the state of Israel. That's literally the opening sentence of this letter. So Charlie was simultaneously very critical of Israel's handling of the PR war, which, by the way, I've been critical too. Israel is really not good at this, to be honest with you. So he was critical of that while offering very friendly advice from a genuinely principled place of sincere, biblically, theologically grounded friendship. Charlie was an amazing friend of the Jewish people, an amazing friend of the Jewish state. There are some horrific bad faith actors that are really...
Hold on. No lies detected so far. He's right. Nobody denies that Charlie was always a Christian Israel supporter. That's what he's known for.
Trying to muddy the waters and confuse people as to what he actually said. Fortunately, Chris, there is this thing called the internet. There is this perpetual memory bank of Charlie's amazing clips over the years of criticizing Hamas, criticizing Iran, defending Israel, etc. there, and we'll see what happens. One thing.
I mean, he didn't necessarily. What did you say? He said was doing yet another video mocking the notion that he was turning on Israel. Is this really mocking the notion, or is he just saying like he was always? I mean, I guess him. I mean, do they expect him to come out and say like, yeah, he was threatening to leave pro-Israel cause right before he died, even though he saw it in the group chat? Oh, and by the way, I covered yesterday. Did you guys? Most of you have probably seen. And if you watched the show yesterday, he had a tweet the day before Charlie was shot where he retweeted an old tweet from Donald Trump talking about public execution, and he said based. And everybody was like, oh, that's when he decided Charlie was going to get publicly executed. That could be explained because there was the girl that was stabbed on the bus right before, and everybody was calling for public execution so stuff like this would stop happening. That's what that was in reference to. That text, as soon as I was reminded of that, I was like, oh, that totally explains it. That's what he was doing. Because I saw a lot of other people saying that as well, calling for public execution of that black guy on the train that stabbed the girl. Because that happened the day before. That was the big story, remember? So, but it looks really bad. I wonder if he's tweeted yet. It looks, because things look really bad for him now with all of this. Alex Jones. Oh, hold on. Let's do Alex Jones talking with his pastor buddy, Rodney Howard Brown. Best shirt award winner, Pastor Rodney Howard Brown, talking about Jews and Jesus being a Jew in Israel. Let's see.
Just because I don't like what Israel's doing doesn't mean I like the Nazis. Obviously, you as well. So quantifying that, what is the real biblical relationship and what should Christians do?
I mean, obviously, they were God's chosen people. They rejected him. That opened the door for you and me, Alex, to come in and to get saved.
The grafting.
The grafting. When we got grafted, you mean when we were grafted into the Jews? Because they rejected their Messiah. That's the thing. That's what Paul says is because of their rejection, it opened it up to the Gentiles. The Gentiles would not be saved if they didn't do the rejection. I can't emphasize this enough that all Christians do this. All of Christianity does this. It's not one sect or the other. Wanting to be the new covenant is affirming and validating and elevating their covenant on a pedestal, that it's real and legitimate, and wanting to have it and wanting to be Israel and affirming their covenant is affirming the big lie. And granting them that is way too much. And that's why I say, to say that they were ever chosen. Christians go, Adam thinks we're Protestant. We don't think they're chosen anymore. But you do think they were once chosen. And most Christian theologians will say that they still play a vital central role in God's plan. And they're still, even Fuentes says, their covenant is still valid in some sense. There's just also a new covenant too. But to not see how this is just all under the Jewish umbrella and how they've got full spectrum dominance of all sides arguing over Jewish prophecies.
Just because I don't like what Israel's doing doesn't mean I like the Nazis. Obviously, you as well. So quantifying that, what is the real biblical relationship and what should Christians do?
I mean, obviously, they were God's chosen people. They rejected him. That opened the door for you and me, Alex, to come in and to get saved.
The grafting.
So the only way for a Jew to get saved is to come to the cross and Calvary and the blood. Charlie used to say that.
The blood.
As well. So there is no other way. There's not some special deal over here because I'm Jewish.
So I love the whole saved. So the God of the universe created humanity to test you if you believe in magical Jews. And if you don't, and he created us damned for hell with free will that fails and eats the fruit, and then he has to save you from the threat that he made in the first place. Save you from how he made you. You got to be saved and believe in Jesus. It's like a fake solution to a fake problem. And all of these people fall for this. Like total gullible sheep, people fall for this. Saved. I got to be saved from Yahweh's destruction, saved from hell that he made by believing in magical Jewish prophecies.
Saved is to come to the cross and Calvary and the blood. Charlie used to say that. as well. So there is no other way. There's not some special deal over here because I'm Jewish, I've got a free line up the side. It's not that way at all.
No, I mean, that literally, Christ is the Messiah, the seed of David. It's all happening. It's the answer. It's here. Accepted. It unifies everyone. That's how it
unifies everyone. It's the answer. Everybody's got to come to the Messiah. Everybody. See, this is no different. This is why we should just call him Rabbi Jones, because this is absolutely no different than what the rabbis want. The Moshiach to unify everyone.
And how are you going to get a Messiah that fixes everything if everybody doesn't go under it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Messiah comes, everybody's got to follow it.
Everybody has to. And so
everybody, every knee will bow to the Jewish Messiah. It has to happen. I'm not a Jewish propagandist, but everybody's got to believe in the Jewish book.
It's not that way at all.
No, I mean, that literally, Christ is the Messiah, the seed of David. It's all happening. It's the answer. It's here. Accepted. It unifies everyone. That's how it has to happen.
It's the only solution is Jesus. That's the solution for America.
The only solution is Jesus. That's what Charlie Kirk said. That's what Dennis Prager says. America won't survive without Jesus and Christianity. It's what Dennis Prager and Ben Shapiro and Netanyahu, they all promote Jesus. We have no hope without Jesus. Donald Trump, America needs religion. America needs Jesus. We have to have it. It's the only answer, the only solution.
It's the only solution is Jesus. That's the solution for America. We were just in Chicago, Alex, for 2 weeks, and we had 54,000 people pray to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. It was amazing. We never had one incident. I actually got into the mayor's office and actually got to pray with him. The bottom line is the only hope for America, the only hope for Israel, the only hope for the Middle East, the only hope for South Africa is Jesus. And it's the proclamation of the gospel. So here's what
Yeah, that's right. You just reminded me, the plan trusting. I know See Through It All has a clip that he's posted of him and Jones saying, yeah, we're not trusting the plan. The plan is the Bible. We trust the Bible plan.
To kill each other if we don't unify under God.
I actually got into the mayor's.
We all got to unify as Noahides and Abrahamics under God together and worship. We all got to worship the Jewish God together, Tikkun Olam, and heal the world, and every knee will bow to the Messiah. Do you not know does everybody notice how Jewish this is? This is all just like it came from a rabbi.
Office and actually got to pray with him. The bottom line is the only hope for America, the only hope for Israel, the only hope for the Middle East, the only hope for South Africa is Jesus. And it's the proclamation of the gospel. So here's what
Because we're all going to kill each other if we don't unify under God.
Correct.
And Judaism won't let you in. Islam is completely of Satan. We know it comes out of Abraham. It's right there. It's all being fulfilled. We're all going to die if we don't become Christians.
Oh, talk about fear-mongering. We're all going to die if we don't become Christians. We're all going to die, Goyim, if we don't bow down to the King of the Jews. Dude, this is taking the demon propaganda to another level. Talk about hysteria. Are you kidding me?
It's right there. It's all being fulfilled.
I've never seen this clip before. New soundbite right here. It's all being fulfilled. It's all real. The Jews are totally chosen. The Jews are totally right.
We're all going to die if we don't become Christians. With the same problem black people have, the same problem white people have, is we don't have Jesus. And our problem isn't Jews.
Oh, hey, see, we all got the same problem as the blacks. We're all nothing without the Jews and Jesus.
It's not blacks. It's not Germans. It's the devil.
Oh, see, it's not racial tribalism and conflict. It's the devils who we got to worry for. We all got to unite and worship the Jewish God and fight the devil and the demons and the Satanists together. Like good Noahide Shabbos Goys. Right, guys? I don't worship Israel. I don't worship Jews. Jew. He's like Jew. Jesus. That's what this sounds like.
Caden13
Coercive
sent
control.
$5 on Rumble. It's coercive control, no different from a mafia boss. That's a nice soul you got there, Goy. Be a shame if anything happened to it for eternity.
Yeah.
But kiss the ring and you get my protection.
Yeah, it's like spiritual blackmail, coercion, mafia threats. That'd be a real shame if you didn't. But you better believe in that blood and that Jew book, or you're gonna burn in hell, Goy. Like that really is the type of threat it is. Trust the plan. Alex Jones Bible style from Pastor Jones.
The Q conspiracy people were mad at me because what I felt that did was everybody said just trust the plan, and everybody's sitting waiting when there was no plan.
Well, isn't the plan the Bible?
Totally. I'm not trusting any plan of any secret group of people out there. I trust the Word of God.
We trust the Jew plan. We trust the Jew Bible plan. We trust the Jewish Messiah plan. We trust the Hebrew Scriptures. Dude, there it is. Case closed.
I understand why Israel is there. I understand that that's where the Jewish people came from, and I'm not an enemy of Israel. I want Jews to come to Christ. I think Jews are amazing people. There's good Jews, there's bad Jews. Like there's good Germans, there's bad Germans, there's good Japanese, there's bad Japanese. You know, there's good Native Americans, there's bad Native Americans. But there is a big...
Yeah, I know. See through it all. I was thinking that too. I'm glad you're here. He just said Christ is going to come back to kill billions too, right? Dude, do you have that clip, see through it all? Can you link that in here? He says, we're all going to die if we don't believe in Jesus, but then he also says Jesus is going to come and kill billions. We got to clip those two together. That'll be so funny. And new Alex Jones, ultimate Pastor Alex Jones mix. This is what we're watching right now. See through it all mix of Jones, trusting the plan. We all got to believe in the Messiah together. We're all going to die. Everybody's got to bow down to the Messiah. You're either with Satan, you're either the bride of Satan, or you're getting grafted in by Jesus.
Movement, obviously, call it Christian Zionism, whatever you want, but Pastor Hagee and many others that, love shalom and all that. And it's true that it is Judeo-Christian. It's the Abrahamic thing. Old Testament, New Testament, it comes out of that. We're so blessed, by that. And
we're so blessed by the Jews. Our salvation's from the Jews. So blessed to have the Jews. We'd be nothing without the Jews.
That were given to the Jewish people by God, and it goes back to, back to Noah and Adam, and just right through King David and Solomon, and of course then people like Moses, and right through into John the Baptist and Christ. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I don't deny that. I'm proud of that.
So fake.
How does that fall onto Protestants? How does that fall into you? Because I understand Israel's key to Revelation, what's going to happen there.
Israel, even if you act like you're anti-Israel, Israel's still key to Revelation, central to the prophecies. Just like the Antichrist and the Mark of the Beast and the Third Temple, all part of God's plan before Jesus returns. So you need it.
Abomination, desolation.
Denzel.
$5. Jesus tried to finger bang my girlfriend, so we're not cool now.
Yeah, that would be a deal breaker for me too. Is that what she told you?
Go through scripture if you like.
Such a weird comment. Hilarious.
I want to be friends with the people of Israel.
We love biblical Israel. I always have to stress that. I'm from the tribe of Judah myself. I have Jewish blood in me. The good news is my connections in Israel, these Israeli generals and doctors that in the United States of America that are Jewish.
Denzel sent $5. Jesus tried to finger bang my girlfriend.
So this is the Ezekiel 37 time frame we're in, because the Jewish people are looking, the harden of the eyes, or the scales of the eyes that the Apostle Paul talks about, are starting to come off, and they're seeking for the real truth. The real truth is, who is the Son of the Most High God? Who is this Messiah, Yeshua Messiah? And they're coming.
That Son of the Most High is not original to Jesus. That's in the Dead Sea Scrolls too. Another idea that was not unique or original with Jesus.
In record numbers. So we're, even though it looks very dark, we're on a tip.
Dude, imagine seeing this type of stuff and calling this like based in red pilled. This is JQ and based in red pilled. right?
Of light breaking open and people coming to Christ from places you would never imagine.
You know what makes me freak out? It makes me freak out that everybody is not freaking out about these cults, these Judeo cults. Everybody's just like accepting of it. They all just like don't, they're not weirded out by it like I am, like it's Jewish Twilight Zone.
In our lifetime, the Jewish people, Muslims are coming to Christ with visions and dreams like no other time in the history of the Muslim faith.
I know so many secular people that are having visions of Christ. I can't say the names. It's like super prominent people. And you're right. It's Jews, it's Muslims, it's people that weren't really Christian. What is happening?
Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones and Jordan Peterson and Russell Brand and Nick Fuentes. Everybody promotes Jesus as the solution. Everybody. And then you act like, oh, they're so persecuted. We're so hated. They're trying to destroy us. And like every big Zionist are like constantly shilling Jesus. And you say they're trying to destroy. Well, they're not real Christians. Christianity is the greatest mind control operation of all time.
It's the Ezekiel 37. It's the Great Awakening. And if this wouldn't have happened.
You said you sent it to my DMs. Let's see. Okay, there it is.
In the last 3.5.
Okay, let's do this.
Daniel and Ezekiel foreshadowing it all. And let's not forget, in Daniel and Ezekiel foreshadowing, but also in Revelation, when Christ shows back, he blows them all up and kills billions of them. So let's understand vengeance is God's. Like when Christ returns with a sword out of his mouth, he kills them in mass. So that's the Jesus that comes as the king. And let's not forget.
Okay, let's do this.
Correct. And Judaism won't let you in. Islam is killed.
Dude, Judaism won't let you in. You are in. You're grafted into Judaism. Do you not get that? Christianity is Messianic Judaism, a version for Gentiles.
We're all gonna die if we don't become. It's right there. It's all being fulfilled. We're all gonna die if we don't become Christians. Christ shows back, he blows them all up and kills billions of them. So let's understand vengeance is God's. Like when Christ returns with a sword out of his mouth, he kills them in mass. So that's the Jesus that comes as the king.
Oh, can't wait for that. Can't wait to be killed in mass by Jesus, but we all got to believe in Jesus or we're going to die.
Islam is completely of Satan. We know it comes out of Abraham. It's right there. It's all being fulfilled. We're all going to die if we don't become Christians.
He was about to talk about the Catholics. I wonder what he was going to say there. That could have been good. Thank you, See Through It All, coming through with the clip. Hey, nothing they hate more. Here's another See Through It All clip. One I haven't seen, an old one of Netanyahu. He's been pandering and shilling Jesus to the Goyim for a long time.
The resurgence, I don't believe that the Jewish state and modern Zionism would have been possible without Christian Zionism.
Yeah, the state of Israel wouldn't have been possible without Christians.
I think that the many Christian supporters of the rebirth of the Jewish state and the ingathering of the Jewish people in the 19th century made possible the rise of Jewish Zionism.
In Christian Zionism would not have been possible without Christianity. Without first getting all the Gentiles to believe in the prophecy in the book, the Schofield Bible and a few reference footnotes wouldn't have been able to do all of this if they didn't already believe in the original subversion. The further subversion was only made possible because of the original subversion. Let's get that clear.
Supporters of the rebirth of the Jewish state and the ingathering of the Jewish people.
There'd be no Zionism, Christian Zionism, without Christianity.
State and the ingathering of the Jewish people in the 19th century made possible the rise of Jewish Zionism, modern Jewish Zionism. We always had the deeply ingrained desire to come back to our land and rebuild it. This is a prayer of the millennia of the Jewish people. But it was made possible in the 19th century by the resurgence of Christian Zionism and European support for Zionism, most especially in Great Britain. The PEF, the Palestine Exploration Fund, which was a scientific fund created by Queen Victoria, and the many Christian friends that we had, including Dutch people in the 19th century, Americans, Englishmen, Frenchmen, who visited the Holy Land by the hundreds, including famous writers, who spoke about the barrenness of the land and the hope that the Jews would come back to reclaim this land as part of the parable of humanity, the hope that there is hope. And this created the practical foundation for the political foundation for the emergence of Zionism.
Israel wouldn't have been possible without Christianity, like we've said many times. Nothing they hate more, though, right, guys? Here's Speaker Johnson, the Speaker of the House, opening up his press conference by reading from the Jewish Psalms, as he describes it.
I'm always comforted by this passage in the Psalms, the Old Testament, the Christian Old Testament, but
the Christian Old Testament?
Psalm of the Jewish people, Psalm of David, Psalm 30.
Psalm of the Jewish people. Oh, wait, forgive me, pardon me. It's the Psalms of the Jews. It's theirs.
Old Testament, but this is the Psalm of the Jewish people, Psalm of David, Psalm 37. And it says, commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will do this. I'll read it to you. Trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture.
The Jew book says, listen to the Jew God. It's my favorite verse.
Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will do this. He will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, the justice of your cause like the noonday sun. It says, be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when men succeed in their ways, when they carry out.
I know the government's shut down, and I know we're trillions in debt, but let me read you a little verse from this Jewish scripture here, Goy, okay?
I read about it in a book.
I read about it in a Jewish book, that if we just believe in the Jew God some more, then America was going to be just fine, but if we just pray enough. This is our Speaker of the House. What is he, number 3 in line to the White House?
Succeed in their ways when they carry out their wicked schemes. I told my friend Sid on the radio, and he was comforted by it, and I think others will be as well. We're all comforted by this. I know that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is fully in control. We'll let that rest there. I'm always
I know that the God of the Jews and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is fully in control, and it doesn't matter if our country is shut down. It doesn't matter if all hell breaks loose, because we know the Jew God is in control. I can't take these religious fanatics in charge of our government. If it weren't for Christianity, we would not have these religious, Bible-thumping Israel worshipers in charge of our country. Call it divisive. Call it whatever you want. Call them not real Christians. They're in the real power. And it's really happening. Remember, we got another clip that we didn't play the other day where he calls Jesus a Jewish teacher. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe that is the one we played.
Say a word about the role.
This is from the new Dinesh D'Souza documentary. We covered it last
stream.
Say
a word about the role of biblical archaeology in affirming the presence of the Jews going back.
Oh, well, we got a Jesus boat. You got to come and see the Jesus boat, actually. Jesus could have been the boat Jesus was in.
Not just to the time of Christ, but going back 2,000 years before that.
First of all, look at Christ himself. He wasn't a Palestinian teacher. He was a Jewish teacher with a Jewish name, Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Father was Yosef, Joseph. These are all Hebrew names. And where did Jesus turn the tables on the money changers? Where? In Nepal? Perhaps in Singapore? Of course.
Dude, he's literally signaling, if this was like Donald Trump mentioned the money changers and Jesus, they'd be like, oh, so base, this is a dog whistle.
Dominic sent
Trump
$10. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children.
Thanks, I've heard it before. Yeah, should that not go without saying? Come on, dude. Do you not know that I think that people repeating mantras like that is cringe? Can you do the pledge? He's mocking us.
It was in the Jewish temple.
No, you don't deserve to have children, actually.
Say a word about the role of
Hebrew names. Where did Jesus...
Hey, let's repeat some mantra that's got baggage from some kooks from a few decades ago. Yeah, great idea.
On the money changers. Where? In Nepal? Perhaps in Singapore?
Hey, man, Black Lives Matter and Christ is King too, Dominic. Thanks for the dono, Dominic.
The Dragon's Prophecy in theaters October 6th and 8th.
Say a word about the role of...
I can't wait to see it. October 6th. It's out. It's out. Is this the other one? Or is this just different? A different recording of it, or he repeats it
Let's
again?
look at Christ himself. I mean, he was a Jewish teacher from the Galilee. He wasn't a Palestinian teacher. He was a Jewish teacher with a Jewish name, Yeshua. His father was
lies detected.
Joseph. These are all Hebrew names. It was the birth of Christianity came from Jewish teachers who moved to Christianity, but they were Jews and they came from Jewish traditions that were here for over 1,000 years. Where did Jesus turn the tables on the money changers? Where? In Nepal? Perhaps in Singapore? Of course not. It was in the Jewish temple, and the same place where Solomon, 1,000 years earlier, had built the first Jewish temple, and then the exiles who returned from Babylon. You know the song, By the Rivers of Babylon? It's a very popular song, where we sat down, and we remembered Zion. Well, they came back from Babylon, actually under a benign Persian king, King Cyrus. And so they came back 500 years before.
I can't handle anymore.
Of the Jewish experience in this land, the land of Israel. And people said, yeah, but they really populated it.
Extended clip.
The Jews left. And the answer is they didn't. And you know who gives the best evidence to that? How about Mark Twain? Remember Mark Twain, right? A noted Israeli propagandist, right? I'm kidding.
Well, he traveled
came here
through,
in the 19th century, he wrote the most, it's called Innocents Abroad, The Innocents Abroad. It was the most popular book that he published during his lifetime. It was more popular than Tom Sawyer.
Oh my God, what does it say?
It just sold and sold.
Are we going to get a Mark Twain L here? What is he going to say?
Described his visit to the Holy Land, among other things. And he said, we traveled in the Galilee and we didn't see a human being for the entire day. One human being was just barren. And then he came to Jerusalem and he said, Jerusalem sits in sackcloth and ashes. And he basically said what other travelers, Brits, Americans, French, came here in the 19th century. They said, basically, when will the Jews come back and bring this land back to life? And we did.
This is such a lie, dude. He's trying to act like there were no Palestinian cities there. Yeah, there was a lot of undeveloped area and deserts and stuff. And rocky hills. Doesn't mean there were no Palestinians there. They literally tried to pretend like there was nobody there. They just took an empty land. A land without a people. What is it? A people without a land for a people without a land for a land without a people.
Good. And the Palestinians, as I said, joined us from neighboring lands. And we never said you have to
joined us. They joined from neighboring lands.
We have to kick you out. We didn't say that. We welcomed them.
No. Yeah, that's why the terrorist Zionist groups attacked villages. The Palestinians just magically appeared one day, right?
In gathering of the...
Hold on. We got a Jesus boat. Here's Netanyahu shilling the Jesus boat. Let's watch this one too.
One day we had a drought in the Sea of Galilee.
Bible study with Bibi. Name suggestion. I might cut my hair short. Maybe even shorter than Bibi in the Jesus boat.
And the water level went down. And on the muddy banks of the Sea of Galilee, something was protruding. And it turned out that this was the remnants of an ancient fishing boat, fisherman boat. And we took it out and took care of it, protected it and so on. And now it stands in a special museum very close to the place where it was discovered. We took the carbon dating of that, and it's plus minus 20 years from the time of Jesus. So people said, well, you don't know that Jesus was on it. And I said, you don't know that he wasn't.
Exactly.
But it's the kind of Jesus, the boat that Jesus used when proselytizing to the faithful on the banks of the Sea of Galilee and in the water. That has to be seen. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're a Christian and you study the Bible and you're a believer and you want to immerse yourself in the common origins of our heritage, then come to Israel and see the actual places where all these things took place, and also learn the facts about ancient Israel and modern.
What else do Christians need to see? Anti-Semitic Christians online? I guess since then we've gotten him talking about Jesus flipping the tables of the temple's tables, and healing the blind also. He says Jesus did miracles and healed the blind. I feel like I missed something. Weren't we like showing... I never did Candace talking about her dream. Hold on. We got to pull that up. We're going another 20 minutes and I got to go do something with the family. Here's your endorsement, guys, for Dinesh's new movie. Watch the movie that real Roseanne watched 4 times. Wow. And the big Zionist shill shared the Rabbi Jonathan Kahn. That's a pretty cool dragon. It's like Game of Thrones, but like the more Jewish version of Game of Thrones. Dude, look at that demon cloud dragon above the Dome of the Rock, too. I guess the Dome of the Rock is evil and satanic. All right. Let's find... I know I retweeted Candace saying dream. She said dream. Dawson's got a new remake of his old 9/11 documentary out that I remember watching many years ago. Might have to give that a watch. True demon. She said dream. Here we go. Here's her dream about Charlie Kirk.
Like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed. And so for me, you don't have to believe that, but I do believe that. And it was the immediate sense I got, actually. And I don't know who exactly it is that betrayed him, but I also felt in the dream that it is soon going to be revealed, that it's actually inevitable that it is going to be revealed, that there is nothing and no one that is going to stop the truth from coming out, and it is going to have international consequences. Take that to the bank. Quote me on that. Women tend to have a strong, like I just said.
She has her women intuition. She had her women moment, her women vision dream, where Charlie came to her and said he was betrayed, and she's going to get to the bottom of it. Is that a face you would trust? She's like, yeah, it was a dream.
And so for me, you don't have to believe that, but I do believe that. And it was the immediate sense I got, actually. And I don't know who exactly it is that betrayed him, but I also felt in the dream that it is soon going to be revealed, that it's actually inevitable.
She felt
it's going to be revealed, that there is nothing.
It's going to be revealed. The truth is going to come to light. She saw it in her dream. I love, she's so on the Jesus grift. Is this not just every Q-tard and Jesus grifter talking about their seeing God in a dream, God speaking to them, premonitions and dreams?
Came to me and he
slay.
That he was betrayed. And so, like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and
vivid dream
came to me and he told me that he was betrayed.
I love that face she made after betrayed. Too funny. Okay, here they are talking about how they study they're so smart, Ashkenazi IQ, because they study the Talmud and the Torah.
We were barred from certain professions. So we were forced to deal in trade, and in trade you have to be literate, you have to deal with numbers. But also we studied not only the Torah and the Bible, we studied the interpretations of the Torah, this evolving body of knowledge, which is called the Talmud. And there's a lot of logic in there, a lot of argumentation, and a lot of questioning. And that developed a capacity for innovative thinking. And that's how Israel, that not only had the incoming ingathering of the exiles that the prophets talk about, the great prophets of the Bible talk about the ingathering of the exiles. Well, we've ingathered the exiles.
Oh, we fulfilled the prophets to ingather the exiles and the rebirth of Israel forever. Eternal kingdom will rule forever, the eternal capital of Israel.
But it's not only...
Candace Luther King had a dream.
Not only living up to past prophecies.
We're fulfilling prophecies. Dude, how much more obvious is it that prophecy is the mind control? In the Jesus clip, he talked. The other Jesus healing the blind clip, he talked about the prophets, the prophecies. Let the prophecies be. They are controlling everybody through the prophecies. Clearly, listen.
Past prophecies, prophecies of the past, were also shaping the future. In many ways, Israel has become.
Prophecies shape the future. Exactly. They're not fulfilled. They shape the future because they work to fulfill them.
Is how they enslave us.
I've got a chapter in my book. It's in the very beginning about the prophecy deception, how all of the Jesus deception is really just a prophecy deception, and the power of the phenomena of prophecy that it has in hyperstition creating real world outcomes. And it has the Orwell quote, who controls the present, controls the past, controls the future. Who controls the prophecy, and who gets people to believe in the power of the prophecy, and the prophets, and the chosen people, and the nation of priests controls half the world, controls our top politicians.
The other innovation nation in the world. It's not merely a startup nation, it's an innovation nation, which takes our traditions of innovation and questioning into the modern technological world.
Oh, we have all the technology. What does Anna Kasparian have to say about Netanyahu?
Like, yes, we're going to surveil everybody. Everyone will be on their best behavior. Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Okay.
All right. Like, yes, we're going to surveil everybody.
Whoa,
will be on their
Anna.
best behavior. Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Anna, cool it. Cool it, Anna.
Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
This
All right.
is getting a little too crazy.
Yes, we're going to surveil everybody. Everyone will be on their best behavior.
Is she hand-wringing?
Yes, you're a freak. You're
Dude, Anna's getting hotter every day, man. Blonder and more. The Aryan is really flowing through her. Hold on. Yeah, she even got the shoulders up.
Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, man, that could be a soundbite. When your co-host starts turning into a groper right in front of your eyes. That's funny. What else? Jake's live reaction. Yeah, bruh. Jake looks uncomfortable. That is great. Anna Kasparian. Dude. Look at Jake. Yeah, I saw it. That's funny. Oh, we're so smart and good at business because the Talmud and because the evil Christians made us lend all the money. Be the merchants.
This book of books, this has been our land
the book
for
of books.
3,500 years, since Abraham came here. And it was populated by the Jewish people for close to 2,000 years by the people of the Bible. That's when the Bible was written. It wasn't written in Tibet. It wasn't written in, in Argentina. It was written here by a people that lived here. Our identity was forged here. Our faith and our very being. And here we also wrote this book of books that changed history and the perception, gave values to not only to the Jewish people, but to all of humanity.
Hey, we gave you all your morals and what was it? What did he say? Not morals.
To the Jewish people, but to history and the perception, gave values to
values.
To the Jewish people.
Hey, nobody has any values without, right, Dinesh? All the Goyim would have no values.
Values to not only to the Jewish people.
Yeah, we'd have no values in families and buildings and traditions and morals without Netanyahu's ancestors in the book of books and the prophecies. I'm so sick of this shit, dude. Can you guys tell? I'm prophecy fatigued. Why is Netanyahu and all these Zionists regurgitating the same talking points that the ortho bros and the Christians try to use against me in debates? But actually, we need Jesus because my values and my presupposition, transcendental values. No grounding for your values unless we have like the Jews. Okay, I love your Ben Shapiro, Netanyahu, rabbi talking points. That we'd be nothing without the Jews and their book of books. And your LARPing wizard fathers telling you about them.
Exception gave values to not only to the Jewish people, but to all of humanity. So the Jewish people lived here for thousands of years. We were often conquered by the Babylonians, then by the Seleucid Greeks, and then by the Romans, and then by the Byzantines, and finally by the Arabs. That's in the 7th century. That's 2,000 years after we came here and were populated here. And after the Arab conquest in particular, the Jewish numbers in this country dwindled because the Arabs actually took possession of the Jewish farmers' land. So it's not we who colonized the area from the Arabs, it's the Arabs who colonized the area from the Jews.
No, you colonized it from the Canaanites and the Hittites. And what was it? 7 nations. You conquered it because God told you to. Dude.
In our land for 3,500 years.
All of this is fake, too, by the way. The Bible's not older than 3rd century BC. This is a bunch of fake lies that they made up.
Since Abraham came here.
Fake history. Dinesh is still mogging the E-Crusaders, though. He says, Dennis Prager says that even if Jews reject Jesus as the Messiah, he was nevertheless the Jew who carried the Jewish tradition about God's creation, fallen humanity, the Exodus, the 10 Commandments, and the messages of the Psalms and prophets to the world. Rabbi Brian Samuel, Messianic Jewish rabbi, says, one of the greatest proofs that Jesus is the Messiah is that billions of Goyim throughout the history have embraced and lived by the moral and ethical teachings of the Torah. According to Isaiah 2:3, one of Messiah's roles is to bring the Torah to the nations. Though Gentile Christians may not describe it as keeping Torah in practice, this is exactly what they're doing. This is thanks to Jesus and the writings of the New Testament. Not Jewish, though. Nothing the Jews hate more, though, right? Right? Nothing Rabbi Brian Samuel hates more than Jesus, right? I love this. This is great. I don't know if you made this gig, A. Chattington, but this is great. I literally spit out my drink when I read this today. Everything is a Jewish trick, says the E-Crusader. Yes, including Christianity. Yes. No, everything's a conspiracy.
Sent $10. Jew magic is the ability to influence the actions of ignorant people without them even realizing that their salvation plan is steering the West towards civilizational collapse and eternal slavery.
Yeah. If you want to call psychological manipulation and using a prophecy deception to brainwash everybody, if you want to call that magic, if there's nothing supernatural about it, but it is like spells and hypnosis and psychological manipulation. I don't call it magic, but if that's what they're referring to as magic, then yes, that is happening. Where's Jocelyn? Is that a Jocelyn approved? I haven't seen her here today, but she was talking about magic yesterday. Yes. Everything's a conspiracy, but the religion worshiping the king of the Jews that was started by Jews. Everything's a conspiracy, but that's the one thing you're not allowed to question. Social engineering. Where are we at on time? Okay, I got 10 minutes. Genetics Matters, who was banned by being flagged by Christians, got a new account, and he has put together a mega meme thread. Meme mega thread. 300 green-pilled memes ammunition in our war against cuckianity. Here it is. Let's look at a few. I love memes. Could write a book with all these memes. I've been meaning to do a new intro to some music countdown bumper for the show with a bunch of these new memes. Meme attack. Meme magic. They want the whole world to bow to the Jewish Messiah who is yet to come, the Jews. Same with Christianity. They want the whole world to bow to the Jewish Messiah who has already come. You speak telepathically to a Jew who died 2,000 years ago? Yeah, you better believe me, too, or he's going to torture you because he loves you so much. Christians online are like, denounce the Talmud. Hey, Christians, denounce the Torah, the root of the Talmud. Can't do it. Talmud defenders. Go to church, goy. Of course, disclaimer, I always condemn the insensitive, total disavow of the insensitive caricature of the meme merchants, but sometimes I don't make the meme rules. The illusion of freedom of choice. Christianity and Islam. So many people fighting over what's the right way to worship the Jew. Their own flavor of Judaism. All they share is that Jews knew the God first. Either way, you're acknowledging that Jews knew God first, God chose the Jews first, and Jews were right about the origin of man in all of existence. If Anna Kasparian could do the happy merchant meme, so do I. It's just so offensive and insensitive. I would never want to be, what is this? I'm a martyr. When you spend your life destroying people's sacred sites and forcing your belief systems on them, but their patience finally runs out, and you're the martyr. Deus Gevalt. Deus Gevalt. Good one. Apology form for no more news. I like this one. This is a good one I see a lot. Rise of the Pagans. Ben Shapiro kvetching about the rise of the pagans while he says, go to church. Go to church, guy. Here's E-Crusaders when they've lost the argument. Here's the E-Crusaders that can't address any of the points that we're making. Crazy Pills is confused why I'm disavowing the meme merchant. Because it's insensitive and offensive caricature. Duh. Retard moment. I don't believe anything these Jews say except everything they wrote down in a book 2,000 years ago. Yes, my apologies for my apologies for the meme merchant, guys. Okay, here's my apology.
Everybody, don't freak out. Don't call your lawyers. All right, we make nice. Everybody's happy.
Okay, everybody's happy. E-Crusaders online are like, I don't believe anything these lying Jews say except everything that they wrote down in a book 2,000 years ago. Oh, this one was my idea. 2,000 years of church history destroyed by the Schofield reference notes. Cannot be overcome. We was Kangs. No, he's white. This is a Jewish psyop. The Passion of the Christ. I am your servant, Father. That is nightmare fuel. This is how they should do the makeup for Jesus in the Passion of the Christ too. More historically accurate. Zionist Cuck, what's up, buddy? He says, bring on another crusade so we could kill even more white people in the name of Jesus. Jesus calls Gentiles dogs. Dude, there's so many good memes. We're winning the meme war. We're winning the information war and the meme war. We're just losing the numbers war because there's a whole lot of brainwashed sheep out there. And these Abrahamic religions have been embedded in our culture for a long, long time. It's not going to change overnight. But the 5 stages of grief that many of these E-Crusaders are going through. Jesus isn't Jewish. Denial. You're a Jew. Anger. Bargaining. We can still be pro-white and Christian. Depression. Majority of Christians are brown and the white ones are mostly Zionists. And then acceptance. Hail Odin, hail Apollo. F Yahweh and his Jew son who never existed. That's good. That's good one. I approve.
Oh, great Odin's raven.
Kicked him out 109 times. You let him in 109 times. Okay. Oh, disavow those, of course, too. Serious disavow. We don't use slurs around here. You don't need to use slurs and chimp out when you're winning the argument and you have the truth on your side, right, guys? Dude, this was mine. Remember I took the screenshot of the Jesus silhouette and then just made it a little more historically accurate? Give to everyone who begs from you, and from those who takes away your goods, do not demand them back. Luke 6:30. By the beard of Zeus. Crusaders. Oh yeah, how easy it is to grift off Christianity. I've never seen that one. NPC says, no thanks, I worship a Jew. No need to fight against the Jews. I worship a Jew to fight against the Jews. Well, I want to see what else we have before we do all hundreds of these memes. Matt Gates. Okay, we don't need to do either of those. They're not too big of a deal. I'm enjoying the memes. Your template, your Christ brain meme. No low IQ anti-Semitism. Behave, yes, my Lord and Savior. What's this one? Yeah. The Christian says, we massacred your pagan ancestors and we'll do it again. And the pagans are like, we will defend ourselves. Why are you being so divisive? We need to put folk first. Totally what they do. This is a real meme. This is a real meme made by Christians. Christians fighting the atheists and the pagans and the agnostics. Yeah, go defend and die for our God, Goyim. Disavow of all these memes, but there's no other way to do it. I'm serious. There's no other way to do it. You cannot win the meme war if you can't use the memes against the Christians. Can't win the meme war against the Jews if you can't use the happy merchant meme on Jesus. Let's see, I know I have some of my favorites. Ew, heretics. Ah, yes, the children of God. Oh, the pagan values ones? Pre-Christian virtues, dominance, courage, wealth, justice, assertiveness, glory, pride, vengeance, challenger, virility. Christian virtues, submission, fear, poverty, mercy, meekness, anonymity, shame, forgiveness, martyr, castration. What contrast? Here's the less offensive happy merchant meme. Here's Rabbi Saul the Pharisee. I just had an epiphany. I'm no longer Saul the Pharisee. Now my name is Paul, and I have your best interest at heart. Oh, wow. Okay. I believe you. Liberal atheism. I was thinking of this one. I know. I'll be a Christian. I like the one where they're all saying Christ is king. He is risen. You know, I want to bring up some of my memes, some of my favorites, since we're doing a meme mode, and I got 2 more minutes left. Here's one of them. I like this one. NPC meme. I like this one too. Here's the average troll online calling me Jewish, worshiping a Jew while crying about Jesus being Jewish. I made this one. It used to say Talmud. I changed it just to Bible. Grafted in. Christians grafted into the Jews. Disney Pixar. Let's see. Hey, pick one, Crusaders. Press a button. Jews rejected their Messiah, or Jesus is not Jewish. The Jews can't reject their Messiah if it wasn't the Jewish Messiah. Wait, Christianity is a Jewish Judeo hoax? Always has been. It's a good meme template. I had another meme. There's a good one where it's like, oh, the Drake. Oh, it's not. Jews killed Jesus. Jews invented Jesus. Yeah, that's the one. That's it. No, it's not. Jews didn't hijack Christianity. Jews invented Christianity. Get it right. I like that one. Myth really happened. Jesus is a psyop. Oh, this one's good. This one's a classic. The Jews are destroying the West, and the only solution is to worship a Jewish rabbi who preached only to Jews and 66 books written by Jews about Jews. That's an all-time classic. That's a killer. Abrahamic echo chamber. Abrahamic mind virus. Dude, the internet. Internet full for the W. Here's a good one too, another classic. This is what you look like, pagan LARPer. You need to LARP like a Jew. You need to get grafted into the Jews, man. You look like this. Hey, your God's a Marvel comic book character. You look like this, pagan LARPer. You sacrificing babies, pagan LARPer. You got to believe in Yahweh and Yeshua. Get grafted into God's chosen people and have get the blessings of the Jewish covenant. Am I missing anybody's favorite memes here? I got to run. Have to end it at 1:30. Check out my timeline for the rest of these great memes. Meme usage. Oh, here's one I made too. LARPer. We played the clip of the guy dressed up like the Crusader the other day. LARPer. Hey, regular white guy, LARPer. Every knee will bow to Yeshua, you pagan LARPer. This one I loved too. You are faking Jewish. Yes. Dude, once I figured out how to make myself a Chad meme, it was over. This is a good one. Classic. Jesus junkie. High on Jesus. Okay. All right. I got to this is good. Another pagan LARPer one. Pagans are called LARPers by the same people who dress up as Jewish wizards. That one's a classic. 300 memes. I should make a Christ cucks everywhere. Welcome, Christ. That's another classic meme. Oh, dude, my back's killing. Oh, I love this one too. Christians losing an argument. You're a Jew. You're a Jew. Christians handing over European culture and ancestry. Dude, I love these ones like this. Christian Universalist. Where's the good one? Trust the plan. There's a one that's like this, except it has the guy from South Park, the troll from South Park. And it has all the copes about Jesus being Jewish. Those ones are powerful too. We love Jesus. That's good. Christians, the guardians of the Torah. The Christ brain shielding the Torah from criticism. Anti-Semitic Christians explaining how Jesus wasn't Jewish. Dude, these are good. With Christians like these, who needs Jews? I like the mental gymnastics to try to argue for Christianity. Oh, all right, guys. Oh, not too much support today. Disappointing support. Did not meet the goal. That is a damn shame. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Am I gonna have to take off the next 2 days and get the book finished? If you guys don't want to support streams every day, then I'm gonna take a day off. This one's great too. The Trap. You died for a retard like me? Yes. Like a mouse in the trap. Yeah, I'll link the memes. Hold on. I will link the memes. Here's the link for the memes. Genetics Matter put together the memes. Copy and save them all. Post them in the info war. Oh, I need to get the shirts made, finish the book. I'm going to get so much done this weekend, guys. I know it's only Wednesday, but I'm just saying. It's all coming. It's all happening. Everything was true. I'm not seeing enough comments from you guys. Wherever you're watching, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute even. Although it's painful to look at the BitChute comments. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Clip the show. Share the links. Subscribe to Subscribestar in the link below. And I will see you guys again very soon. Have a nice night. Hang tight. Stand by. Stand down and stay by. Adam Green sometimes? Okay, everybody's feeling like Adam Green's with the memes in the show today. Everybody stay safe from the demons. Remember, the name of Jesus protects you from the demons. If you're scared of the demons, just believe in the Jewish magic harder. Down with Yahweh, hail the old gods, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Raised to be a Christian believer, but also as a seeker. Mama never held back the good, bad, or ugly from me. Eventually started wondering, after a long time of fighting myself. I saw a post that said exactly what I felt. Jesus, an ancient deception. Found Adam Green through a Twitter suggestion. Then I watched his debate with Duvid, leaving Christianity. Finally I could do it. Lost good friends, middle fingers on their hands. So many want to remain clueless. I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I'm just asking you to see my side. Some say I'm anti-Semitic, others say that I'm a Jew, but the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I know what it's like to be seen as the devil, when in reality you're trying to help them. They say I need to be saved by Jesus, but they're the ones in need of the saving. There's already been a few, started with the fall of Rome. It's not God, it's evil people destroying these homes. Human-made prophecies try to start the end times. See a foreign land as holy, brainwashed to resent mine. Books our ancestors wanted passed down to their people got replaced with ones that say our ancestors were evil. Been worshiping demons and knowing not what they did. Should we trust ourselves or the books that make us villains? You fall for the latter and say we should be tolerant, but your faith builds a prison in your head. I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I'm asking you to see my side. And one group says I'm anti-Semitic, another says that I'm a Jew, and the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. I feel like Adam Green sometimes, and I'm all for not letting faith have us divided. But the spread of your faith was when all this deadly division started. I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I need you all to see my side. I've seen it, I believe it. And one group says I'm anti-Semitic, another says that I'm a Jew, and the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. Can you see my view? Listen to Adam Green sometime.